Good morning. May I be transparent this morning? And I know you're probably like, but you're transparent every morning, so what's the problem? But today I'm going to be a little more transparent and vulnerable than usual. I almost forgot to open the Bible app this morning. And while I was getting dressed, I remembered. So I pulled it up and I read the verse and I began to read the devotional. But before I got to the devotional, I read the verse, and it was the Isaiah verse where it talks about we should learn to do justice. It's the first chapter. I think it said the 17th verse. Don't quote me on it. But it said to learn to do justice and caring for the orphan and the widow and the oppressed. And that those were the things that were important to God. And my first thought was on other people. How do other people reconcile that? How do other people acknowledge that? But as I continue to get dressed, I remembered a situation that just happened. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm doing the same thing. I am currently raising two girls. One I birthed and one I did not. And this week we hit the peak of emotions, and not in a good way. And on my personal page, I shared that I had a major parenting win with my daughter when emotions became extremely high on Monday. But yesterday was a parenting fail. In the midst of trying to protect one child, I did not defend the other child. And I did not take care of the other child. And I did not protect the other child. My maternal instincts kicked in and I ran to the rescue of my own child. But I left the other uncovered. And before you all run away with the narrative or create ones in your mind trying to figure out what I'm talking about, my bonus daughter had some very big emotions yesterday. And in the midst of her very big emotions, unfortunately, she has learned improperly how to handle them. And so one of the things that she does is she lashes out. And yesterday, she lashed out at my daughter and said some things that were quite damaging, to be honest. And I immediately rose up. And I said some things that should not have been said. Things that are triggering to her. Things that makes her whole experience worse and not better. And I created an unsafe environment for her. And I got checked this morning when I was reading it. It is difficult to take care of one child that has big emotions. And it's even more difficult to take care of another child that comes with their own life experiences and their big emotions while still trying to regulate your own, because you all know I have big emotions. And so this morning, as I was trying to figure out how we're going to move forward with the day, because right now everybody is in a separate corner. She's at one house, I'm at one house, my daughter's at another house. And at some point we're gonna have to reintegrate, and I'm trying to figure out what this looks like. I did what some would say us black mamas do, and we don't talk, we just do things to show that things are okay, but I didn't want to do that. But the one thing that I keep hearing is just show up. And so the last 17 days, I've been focusing on accountability, focusing on showing up, pushing through, all of those things for myself. But today, that attention needs to be turned outward. and I need to push through for someone else. And I need to be accountable for the responsibility that I signed up for. And responsibility does not mean making sure that she has a house. It doesn't just mean making sure that she has somewhere to eat, but that also means making sure that I am bridling my tongue and that I am protecting her and making sure that she is safe as well. Because the one thing that I know about me, I have a very sharp tongue. And when I get pushed to the level that I was pushed to yesterday, I'm not exactly as nice, and I don't use the tongue and I don't use my mouth for a blessing. And so today, in the midst of all the things that we have talked about over the last 17 days, I'm going to say a couple of things to you. Number one, show up. Show up in ways that it matters, beyond your own personal gain, beyond your own personal experiences, beyond you. And number two, watch your mouth. And I say this to you while I'm saying it to me, watch your mouth. Because your mouth will certainly derail you from so many things that you want, so many things that you desire, and your mouth will keep you from the life you want to live. And that doesn't mean just saying negative things about other people, but it also means saying negative things about yourself. If you want a life to live with someone, then stop talking about you want to be by yourself and you don't want to be in a relationship. Cut that crap out. Show up and watch your mouth and have a super fantastic weekend.